Consistencies. Alan here. And today I decided that I was going to try this HD24 rear tuning ASA plugged on my stock yellow BP50, brought to you by Beeman. All right. So this BP50 is stock, including it has the factory plastic barrel. Okay. Yeah, that one. Okay, so it's going to limit the choice of ammo we can run through this, unless, of course, you're willing to squeeze some larger ammo through it. But what I'm going to do today is we're going to test this configuration. And this is mostly because, I've been reading some comments and, that no one's tried the rear tuning ASA with the factory plastic barrel. And, of course, most of us are like, well, why would you do that? Well, one example might be maybe your budget doesn't call for a barrel and a rear ASA, but you want something that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, right? And clearly, even though a barrel is helpful and will increase your feet per second, especially if you have the tuning extension, this little baby right here is going to give you more bang for your buck. This Home Defense 24 rear ASA, okay, plugged. It's going to give you more CO2 volume, usable volume, and you're going to see a very nice bump in feet per second and joules. Okay, so what are we going to shoot out of it to test it? Well, we're going to go with the 4 gram, and these are indeed 4 gram, pretty much right on the money, from Less Lethal Ballistics. They make a round called the Vindicator round, okay, 4 gram round. And I do believe it measures out to a 12.5, I think it is, 12.5 millimeters, okay? Already tried them down the plastic barrel. They're a little snug at first, but they're actually a real nice bore fit or bore match, okay, with this plastic barrel. Now, you could probably shove some other stuff down this barrel as well. Again, depending on what you want to do with that. But that's what we're going to do, because the 4 gram seems to be a sweet spot for this particular marker anyways, whether it be stock, semi-stock, or highly modified. It does seem to be one of the ammunitions that really shines when you test these. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and, and this is what she looks like, okay? I am going to go ahead and gas this up. Now, I did air it up first on 800 psi high pressure air. Another nice benefit of having this rear ASA, right? And I did that mostly just to check for leaks and stuff, because I've had this thing inside and out apart multiple times, okay? All right, so this is our mustard BP50. It's like a mustard color. It's not a bad color, actually. When you trick it out with some black accessories, it looks pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And we all saw what I did to my Corona yesterday, right? Did you miss that? Oh my goodness. Hopefully you at least saw the short. I mean, I think it was only like a 20-second short or anything. My goodness, that short's pretty popular. I got some serious views on that thing. Anyways, yeah, that was crazy, man. My allergies were out of control yesterday, and my eyes were like drying and watering, and between that and the fact that the darn laser, the battery in the laser was, my fault, obviously. Stupid me. I should have charged the battery up, the laser up. It's tough shooting through those type of crannies, especially 14 feet from the target without an accurate laser. So, not making any excuses. But I think that lended to me blowing up that darn thing. So I repaired it last night. I have high expectations that it's going to work. How well, I don't know. But since I don't have a laser on this gun, and I don't know how well these iron sights are, we're just going to use the old faithful trusty one here. Actually, you know what? Let's gas this up. Yeah. All right, we'll gas that up, because while I'm yipping and yapping, this could be balancing out a little bit. So we're just gonna use the good old faithful trusty yellow button X radar. And we're gonna get some, here she is, back together with the spare parts. And this is probably why they give you spare parts for these things, right? All right, I'm not thinking I'm gonna need the my ear protection for this one. So let's yeah. Well, Alan, let's get some ammunition in it. Yeah, so like I was saying, all right, so the marker's aired up, but we're unloaded. And I do prefer, unless, you know, you have to, or need to, I should say, when you're just blinking for fun, it's always a good idea to air up your markers or gas up your markers unloaded, just in case something wacky happens, especially if you got a slide check regulator on your high pressure air system. So these are the kind of green colored. I've been using these for a while. Again, these are less lethal ballistics, 4 gram, and these are indeed a solid 4 gram. They are on the money. 4 gram, 12.5 millimeter Vindicator rounds. Okay, these are really good ammunition. I do get slightly better numbers with the AR Tactical Jewels, but they're like 12.7 millimeter. I really don't want to shove them down this plastic barrel. I've had enough. I've already had my share of bad luck this week. Now I am using one of my magazines, one of 2 I have left, that have detents left on them, because the detents keep getting smashed up every time I run high pressure air with the heavy ammo. But this is doubled up, so I hadn't been having any, since I started running 2 BP50 mag springs in the magazines, I haven't been having any mag drops yet. Fingers crossed, I guess you should say. So we'll see how this goes, however. And since I'm using the X-Radar, I really don't want to have to, I don't have a third hand, let's put it that way, to catch the darn mag. So let's hope for the best. Yeah, so let's load up. I got, what, 7 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 of these, you know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the old days. Some of my viewers that have been around for a while, they know I used to have a terrible mag drop issue with my Pistelli X68. That problem went away on its own. Never did figure out what it was. I mean, maybe it was beefing up the mag springs on that too. I don't know. Weirdest thing. But I am going to do what I used to call a little service loop. Okay? All right. Just going to take a little black electrical tape. And that's why I keep it down here. And I'm just going to make a little loopy-doopy. Okay? Now, this is not to tape and force the magazine into the gun, because I don't want to do anything that's going to result in maybe another detent getting smashed up. Always check your detent pin too. Make sure it's not loose. Make sure it's in there solid. Everything looks good before you install the magazine, because that's probably what's happening. Is it might be getting loose. You don't notice it. You stick it in there, and then under the right situation, right conditions, boom, you know, your detent's all smashed up from the heavy ammo probably. All right, so that's all we're doing right here, okay? Just what I call a service loop, whatever you want to call it. It's just to catch the mag so it doesn't hit the ground if it happens. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I want that loop a little, I think I want a bigger piece of tape, because I want to be able to wrap my hand around it. I don't want to have to worry about that coming off. So let's get a larger piece of tape. I know, I wish I didn't have to do this, right? Nobody likes to have to do stupid stuff like this, but this is a fantastic 50 caliber marker, but its Achilles heel, I guess you could say, is indeed. All right, so now that's going to be about halfway up the grip so I can have my hand around it. Its Achilles heel would be the bloody magazine. Okay? All right, the magazine would be its Achilles heel. All right, doesn't look that pretty, but you know what? I'm going to be able to do this now, right? And not have to worry in case it does drop. This gun's been aired up, gassed up for a few minutes, and it's nice and quiet. So let's shoot off 7 of these and see what we get. Again, these are the 4-gram Vindicator rounds by Less Lethal Ballistics. This is the Beeman BP50 stock plastic barrel. The only thing that has been modified, the bird cage is stock as well. The spacer, the only thing that's been modified is the rear ASA is from Home Defense 24, rear tuning ASA plugged. Okay, and I don't have one of their plugs. I have one of my homemade plugs. Okay, all right. Let's see what we're gonna get out of this. All right, let me stand back. This is about 14 feet away right here. And we got shot 1. Oh, we got zeros, didn't read. Isn't that nice? All right, that was pretty loud actually. All right, shot 2. 410 feet per second, 410. Wish I knew what that first shot was. Shot 3. 398 feet per second. I guess we can surmise it was more than 400 feet per second. Nice consistency so far. Shot number 4. 388 feet per second. We're dipping off a little bit, to be expected with CO2. Shot number 5. 376 feet per second. And let's see, shot number 6. 366 feet per second. And the last one, shot number 7. 352 feet per second. All right. Obviously, no magazine drop because I didn't have to put the X-radar down to push this back in. So that's 7 shots. I could keep going, but I just wanted to get some numbers on that, on the 4-gram, and see what we have with this rear ASA. Again, if you're gonna do this, guys, until we figure out this mag drop issue, it may be a good idea to make yourself keep a little black electrical tape hanging around where you shoot. Yeah, that's the test. I'll update the video with the joules, as I always do. And yeah, that is the Beeman BP50 on steroids, on HD24 rear ASA tuning ASA steroids. There you go, spit it out, Alan. Yeah, BP50 on HD24 steroids. How's that? All right. That's all, folks. Anyways, hopefully this helps somebody out there. Like I said, I've been seeing some comments in the chat room and the chat rooms out there and on the groups, and wow, that wasn't even that great of a puncture. Not so good, but it got the job done, I guess. Yeah, I've been seeing some comments out there, so I figured, why not? Why not? No big deal, right? I mean, how long does it take to swap this out? Like, literally, it was under a minute just to swap that out. So, yeah, anyways. Hey, if you like this video, give it a like, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, why not? I mean, subscribe for more less lethal content. Peace out.